Imagine a battlefield torn by war. Trenches, explosions, chaos. Suddenly the gunfire stops. Soldiers from both sides step out, not to fight but to play football. This isn't fiction, it's a real moment from history, a spark of humanity in the darkest times. Today we'll uncover 10 of the most surprising ceasefires ever recorded. From ancient Greece to modern pandemics, these stories reveal how peace can break through even the fiercest conflicts. Some will challenge your view of war, others will simply amaze you. Let's begin our journey through history's most unexpected pauses in battle. On Christmas Eve, 1914, the Western Front fell silent. German and British soldiers sang carols, then cautiously met in no man's land. They shared food, exchanged gifts, and even played football. Enemies turned friends, if only for a day. Joint burials honored the fallen together. For a brief moment, war gave way to peace and shared humanity. In ancient Greece, city-states constantly clashed, except during the Olympics. The Ekacheria, or Olympic truce, halted all wars so athletes and pilgrims could travel safely. Protected by a sacred pact, this truce lasted months, uniting rivals in peace. The games became a symbol of shared identity and hope. Even the fiercest enemies paused for something greater than war. Genghis Khan's death in 1227 brought the Mongol war machine to a sudden stop. All campaigns ceased as the empire mourned, honoring their leader with a total pause in fighting. Even the funeral procession was shrouded in secrecy and respect. It was a rare moment when loyalty and grief overpowered conquest. The soccer war between El Salvador and Honduras erupted after heated World Cup qualifiers. Yet during the final match, both sides paused fighting to watch the game. For 90 minutes, football trumped war. It showed how even bitter rivals can unite, if only for the love of the game. In 1948, Berlin was blockaded by the Soviets, but the West responded with a massive airlift. Despite the tension, an unspoken truce emerged. Soviets didn't shoot down supply planes, and the West avoided military escalation. For nearly a year, this fragile peace kept Berlin alive. Humanitarian need outweighed hostility. Sometimes survival demands a silent agreement. During the Korean War, the front lines froze for Lunar New Year 1953. Both sides paused fighting, exchanged greetings, and even tossed small gifts. Tradition briefly overcame conflict. It echoed the Christmas Truce, proof that culture can halt war, if only for a moment. In the midst of the Gulf War, coalition forces paused airstrikes for the Hajj pilgrimage. This gesture allowed Muslim pilgrims safe passage to Mecca. Ancient faith intersected with modern warfare. Even in war, respect for tradition can create space for peace. In 2004, the UN revived the Olympic truce, urging global peace during the Athens Games. The Olympic torch traveled the world, inspiring temporary ceasefires in conflict zones. While not universal, the gesture showed sport's power to unite. The ancient dream of peace through games lived on. As COVID-19 swept the globe, the UN called for a worldwide ceasefire. Some warring factions paused fighting to allow humanitarian aid and health measures. A common threat united old enemies, if only briefly. Sometimes survival demands setting aside conflict. Imagine 2025, Iran and Italy on the brink of war. A cultural exhibition, the Cyrus Cylinder, prompts a 10-day ceasefire for peaceful exchange. Art and history create space for dialogue. This ceasefire of civilizations reminds us peace can begin with shared heritage. Sometimes culture is more powerful than politics. From muddy trenches to global pandemics, these stories reveal humanity's capacity for peace. Ceasefires born of sport, tradition, or compassion show that even enemies can find common ground. Which story surprised you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey, like and subscribe to. Hit the bell for more stories of hope and history. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep curiosity alive.